Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to SimTraX Broadcasting. It has been a while for you guys to join us here as seasons are starting to wind down a little bit between the NSR, the Bandit Racing League, and tonight with the National Oval Racing Association. Awesome job we're going to be looking at these guys doing here tonight as we arrive here at Auto Club. This is right after they called this place California Speedway, and then we started moving around with Fontana a little bit, and now we end up at Auto Club. So this track has taken on a few different courses here as they tried the different paving. We've seen the 3 and 4 wide salutes here that they end up running during the pace lap. So a couple of different things do change. But the racing surface pretty much remains the same. So tonight will actually be 150 laps here tonight. There'll be a 77% fuel limit out there and 10 sets of tires hanging out down there in the pit. This, of course, being a fixed setup league. If they make a mistake, there will not be a faster pair to save them. So you'll see these guys driving super careful out here tonight. I'll be a lead producer tonight. Stella will join us here in just a moment as I tip our hat there to race control of Greg Thayelson, who will be ready to go. Track temperature sitting at 79. Should be fantastic race here. But I try to point out to things that some of the guys out there say they're a little concerned about, and that's that 13 miles an hour wind. Now, oddly enough, with a track as wide and as big as this one is, it's going to be extremely hard for them to be pulling out of these turns. We'll see speeds up over 200 miles an hour as they enter turn number 1, as that slight curvature that we're seeing here as we take a nice little flyby. As they dive into turn number 1, they're going to be tipping in, and it is going to be oh so difficult for them to hold that speed without riding up into the turn. You're going to see a lot of trouble with guys exiting turn 2 and exiting turn number 4. It's going to be really who is ready to race the high line and who's ready to race the low line. So let's go ahead and take a look at our starting grid here for tonight, as I am excited to see us get ready here for the race here tonight of the Pop Secret 500. Ryan Housden will be taking us off to the start here tonight in that number 41 machine. He'll be starting in the number 1 spot, and Vincent Arthur will be sitting in the Jeff Gordon number 24 Chevrolet. He'll be starting on the outside row. Brian Jones in the Expel machine starts 3rd. Nick Pressey will be 4th. Looks like Pressey able to get a wheel here over the past couple of weeks, as he has been in nothing but trouble here and has been unfortunately wrecking out. Hopefully he's looking to kick it back and stay up front, as Matthew George and Martin Plute will be starting in row number 3. They're going to be battling next to each other to get past Nick Pressey, who's going to be holding on tight. Jacob Gladelick out there in the Tony Stewart, number 20. We'll see how he does, starting in 7th. And Nick Gillis, who is out there in the Ryan Newman, number 12. We'll see how he has a chance here tonight. I will admit, the number 12 having a little bit of trouble here this season, as he's unfortunately been falling back. We'll see if Gillis and Gladelick, as they lay down some hot laps, but they don't stick. Moving on to Cody Reeder, who sits 9th. Dustin Kleba in 10th. Not bad for the last of the teammates from the Evernham Motorsports crew, making up row number 5. Brady Motes starts in the 11th position. He'll be there in the number 1 machine. We've been seeing him float around a couple of these leagues, if you guys have tuned in. And out there with DEI Motorsports will be Josh Conover. Coming off his win there at Bristol, he's going to be pretty excited to be kicking it back here tonight. Moving on, Gavin Baumler unable to qualify. He'll be starting in the back of the pack here. He'll start 13th. Fortunately, the owner points will help him here. Christopher Heitz is 14th. Cody Height is 15th. And John Scavanicki. All right, good to see that 43 machine returning back to the track out there. Definitely need to see the Richard Petty machine have a little more chance to get a decent run. Moving on, Hunter Sr., Jeff Dillon, Wayne Eastwood, and Nick Ham. These guys rounding out the last 12-hour field here with the National Oval Racing Association. We are currently waiting for Barney to go ahead and throw out that green flag, and away we go. There it is. to the line. Ryan Housden continuing to lead this race here. Brian Jones sits second. Pressey moves up another position. Cody Reeder, the biggest mover here, sitting down there in the number 19 machine. He has been on the hard chart here so far. He's now up 6, taking away that third spot from Pressey. Definitely will be faster down toward the bottom of the racetrack, but it's going to be extremely difficult staying down there. The tires will burn up. They're going to have a ton of right rear tire problems if they keep that up. Check out Nick Gillis, though, as he slides down onto the bottom. Look in the all-tail machine. Yep, that's what we were a little nervous of. Getting a little bit sideways. Nick Gillis gets in the side of Cody Reeder, falls back, and who's there to attack? None other than Brady Motes. Stella, appreciate you joining us here tonight as we get ready to get this one underway and continue on this great racing here so far. Notice how Brian Jones exits the top line as Nick Pressey has taken over the lead.
He has taken over the lead, but our front row of Ryan Housden and Vincent Arthur have both gone through the pits. I'm not quite sure what we have going here, whether it's some kind of strategy or a drive-through penalty of some sort. But Nick Pressey is definitely taking advantage of that, although he has dropped back because Brian Jones and Brady Motes have taken over the lead, 1 and 2.
Yep, Ryan Housden still sitting down there in the pit box. It does look like Vincent Arthur has been able to get back out there, and the field will quickly catch him here as they're coming around turn number 2, where Brian Jones quickly takes the nose off there of Brady Motes. Currently, that Ford is going to have some problems there on the outside line, but consistency-wise, Brian Jones will prevail. He's just got to see if he can hold on about 10 to 15 minutes here to see if he can get through it. We talk 10 to 15 minutes. These laps are going by about 40 seconds apiece here. Look at Brady Motes dropping off the table there. So I would say probably another 20 laps or so, we're going to start seeing things start to develop here. Things are going to start pushing through. And out there in the chat, Miss Haley, hi. Appreciate you joining us here tonight. Been a long time since we've seen me out here. Doing a little bit of broadcast work here. Brady Motes has moved up 10 positions in the number 1 Chevrolet. Right now that tracker is on a tear here, especially in that John Andretti car. He is keeping the tires on it though, but I'm just concerned. I get so nervous here, Stella, when you start seeing guys fly through the field here. Yes, we get that early lead, and Nick Gillis may be feeling a little bit of that punishment he had when he was riding the lower line, as we see him go ahead and earn a stripe here at Auto Club as he scrubs the edge of the wall on the exit of turn 4.
Yeah, he may have left a little more than that. I saw some sparks flying off of there, but he didn't get sideways, didn't take anybody with him. All is well, sitting in 3rd.
All right, so far so good. Nick Gillis gets that turn exit speed. Seems somebody may have talked to him and said, hey man, get toward the top line here where Brady Motes is. That's going to give a shot here for Brian Jones. Watch how Motes is able to pull through. And look at that top end speed. He's going to go ahead and poke that nose on by, and around he goes. So Brian Jones has got to figure out how to make this pass here. He's trying to work on getting Cody Reeder, his teammate, up there with him, and he does. Reeder holds on to 4th, so Brady Motes the only Chevrolet in the top podium positions. And we've got nothing but 3 hungry Fords sitting right behind him. But who's coming into the picture now is Josh Conover. Where in the world did this guy come from? Gaining 7 positions here so far. Not bad for a rumble up to the front here to set himself up here for a top 5.
Yeah, I don't mind the rumble. It's the tumble that ends up taking out people. But this is looking good. We're 3 wide on this 75-foot wide track. I mean, that's enough lanes for everybody.
Yep, Brady Motes once again having to switch it up here as it looks like Brian Jones decides to hang toward the top yet again. Okay, right now Brian Jones, realizing he's kind of the meat in the sandwich here, decides to slide down his own teammates there. Brady Motes is going to be toward the top, and during all this battling, this is allowing Josh Conover to catch up. Now he's going to sling past Cody Reeder. Reeder not having any help out there, as notice he has no draft. Right now, I would say Cody Reeder is going to be the guy in trouble here. He is hanging on the bottom. There he goes, breaking a little bit loose here as he overheats that right rear tire. There's a nudge.
I'm glad it was just a nudge. Alanis King out there is rooting on her guy, Brian Jones in the number 45.
Ouch.
He's still sitting in the 3rd place he started in. But moving along.
Hard shot to the wall by 2 drivers here. That pushes Conover all the way to 12th and Brian Jones to 9th. Both these guys almost simultaneously hit the wall and then rode it through turn 1 and halfway through turn 2 before they were able to disconnect. Almost seemed like that wall just kind of magnetized them in and they just couldn't get broken free. And unfortunately, that's going to shuffle up our top 5. Brady Motes holds on to the lead now. Wade will no longer be under fire by Brian Jones. And Giles sits in second, Cody Reeder's third, Martin Clute is fourth. And rounding out the top 5, another driver there from Evernham Motorsports is going to be Dustin Kleba. So Kleba going to try to pick up the slack, but Brian Jones fell off pace there, and he is going to be trying to scramble to see if he can get back. Right now, I think the spotters are out there talking about the damage to the right side out there of Brian Jones, the 45 Ford. They may have to check that car out a little bit. Let me see if we can get our drone view out there. Looks like he might be okay. Just a little paint damage around the sponsor. So they'll check it out when he does have to come into pit. This is going to be, it's going to be rough already. We are having a little bit of scrambling here. Josh Conover down to 12th. We don't want to forget Wayne Eastwood, who's moved up 9 to break into the top 10. Not bad out of the 84 machine, originally driven out there by Kyle Busch. I know Wayne Eastwood, normally I believe it was Daniel Honeycutt that was actually driving this car earlier in the season. And they have found a new driver out there in the 84 CarQuest machine. And currently, Josh Conover is now 11th. Matthew George gets bumped out and drops back down to 12th. Unfortunately, Matthew George is actually the only driver who keeps wheeling backwards here. As he is right now, he was expected to have a strong finish. So number 25 definitely had an awesome job and plenty of opportunities here. But the Brian Vickers machine is having some trouble. Christopher Height sits 13th. John Scavanicki has moved up a couple to 14th. Hunter Sr.'s moved up a couple. And Nick Ham has picked up 4. Now, Nick Ham did start dead last there, but Jacob Gladelick, with a fast pace out there, starting in 7th, has dropped to 17th. And moving back 16 positions from the second place start, Vincent Arthur. Now, Vincent Arthur has been doing a heck of a job to hold these guys off as we take a look back and check our distance. Those are the guys rolling out of the turn behind him.
I need a telescope.
Yeah, he is keeping away. He's got some time, so he's fortunately not being run down the way we thought he was.
Yeah, it's pretty good. He's only 26 seconds back, and then, like you were saying, we're looking at 40 seconds a lap, so not too shabby.
Well, I was going to say, pretty impressive to keep up that kind of speed when you have guys in the draft. So it's how he's able to do it without any help. Pretty interesting.
We have seen that from the driver before, though. He would get out in front and, like you say, fresh air. He has, I think he spikes the air.
Yep. Well, we take a look through there, and it looks like Ryan Housden did have to serve a penalty, a 1-minute penalty. He served in the pit box. He had been down there for almost a total of a minute and 3/4. By the time he got out of pit lane, we have our first retiree of the night, the number 10 of Jeff Dillon. If I'm not mistaken, that should be the Valvoline machine out there, originally driven out there by Scott Riggs. And it looks like he ended up with a little Scott Riggs luck there. Martin Clute quickly taking off the nose.
He did. He had the lead there for a second while we were doing roll call toward the back. He took over Brady Mote's spot, but it did not last long, not even a lap.
Yeah, as we take a look, 3 wide. Look at Brady Mote's getting pinballed back through.
Wow.
Mote's going to have to back it way up. It's impressive to see how many guys are choosing to stay down toward the bottom. Pressey does hang up top, but he can smell the lead in his reach. As here comes Guyless on the outside. Pressey's going to have it at the line. So Nick Pressey enjoying that wheel, and Stella, if I'm not mistaken, checking out there in his media. Nick Pressey did not cheap out at all. He went with a quality wheel out there. I believe it's more Indy style. So it will definitely help and assist him during the road racing and the paddle shifters. Fortunately, these cars still use the H pattern. during this time, other than the the next gens. The next gen machine was sequential, or is sequential because that's what they're racing.
I was going to say, how's he doing an H pattern with paddles? Yeah,
Right.
I was burning a little wood up there trying to figure that one out.
All right, well, don't burn out on me just yet. We're only on the lap number 17 of 150 here tonight. Should be an excellent race. So far, so good. No cautions have come out yet, although Jeff Dillon did crash earlier in the race, and we'll find a little something out there for you guys as soon as I can round up what happened to Jeff Dillon. It said he had come to a stop. I don't know if something had happened, and he wrecked the car, but we may see a wreck now. Nick Gillis.
Oh, Lordy,
Nick Gillis has a wiggle here. No caution is out. After 4 drivers are involved. Cody Reeder still spinning. Wayne Eastwood getting back to the line. Brian Jones is half destroyed here, and Cody Reeder can't get going. And what happens here, Stella, is he is slid sideways. And the tires have overheated, and he can't get straight. Fortunately, a caution comes out before Cody Reeder goes a lap down here. As that is currently Vincent Arthur that is slinging past him.
Goodness gracious.
And how we had no caution before any of this happened is beyond me. And they're going to say because it was
Cody
off
Reeder
track.
was stopped.
Yeah, well, they're going to say because it was off track, because he was down on they were down in the grass, and it probably did come out because Cody Reeder was sitting stopped on the track as Vincent Arthur came up, and they found that as a danger.
Yes.
Oh, man, I really wish they'd let RCs throw cautions, but they don't want to over-caution a race. I get it. Let me take a look here at Dillon and what... Oof.
Oh, Lord.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that was a...
Jeff Dillon with a huge shot to the wall. This is what took out Jeff Dillon's night. I hate to see this for him, but I think he was out of shape when he was heading into the turn.
That's what I wondered. If he had any assistance, or was this his own...
There's a scrub to the wall.
Bomb. Oh. Yep. Nope. Oh. We have seen that snap before.
Yep.
I'll be darned. I don't know if we'd seen it in this car, though.
No.
But we have seen that right-hand turn snap into the wall before.
All right, so lap number 17. I jinxed it here and said no caution. So remember, Nick Gillis comes around turn number 4. Here he is breaking sideways into the wall.
Oh.
And, yeah, Reeder's trying to get out of the way here.
But look at Brian Jones in the back.
Yeah, we'll check out and see what happened to Brian Jones. This is just Wayne Eastwood and Cody Reeder getting slung around.
Their cars should be okay, though. Don't see they made any contact with any hard stuff.
All right, so what happens to Brian Jones with the breakaway here?
I'm wondering if he saw it, checked up, and then somebody... Oh, no. Okay.
Came down, looked like it's into Matthew George.
But check out,
end up with damage.
We had activity on the wall. I wonder if he saw that on the right-hand side and tried to bear away. And, yeah, we had 2 fellas riding the wall right next to him.
If we keep in mind, though, where Brian Jones is, he's seeing Plute. Yeah, Plute ricochets off the wall. And he says, oh, no, you don't. I'm not getting into that. Yeah,
exactly.
And George
then
just
he gets
sees him
into
come
Matthew.
across the nose. So it looks like Matthew George will end up being the driver who ends up with the worst damage here, as the front bumper seems to be hanging on by a prayer.
It does. Definitely have a winky eye.
So this will help drivers like Ryan Housden here. He is unfortunately lapped down as he squirts out and tries to get back onto the track quickly. Nick Pressey's still leading this race.
Well, he was 2 laps down originally, so he's actually, getting himself back into the swing of things. And Matthew George is going to make it back onto the track after, looks like, 50 seconds worth of repair.
Yeah, enough to keep it attached. That right front has been heavily damaged, though. Let's get a little closer with that same drone footage. There it is. Yep, little disconnect up there at the top and folded in around that grill shutter there. And that is not what you want to see.
Not
Especially
in
as a
any track
mechanic.
that has drafting.
Well, he's got to watch his water temperature now.
Oh, okay.
So very difficult run upcoming for Matthew George, seeing that he has just broken past the 20 lap mark. And we've got a lot more to go.
So Cody Reeder's come down twice. Looks like maybe once for repair and once for fuel, or
Probably.
perhaps.
Yeah, Cody Reeder,
Okay.
so far all this season, has been coming down multiple times to always top off on fuel. He decides to hang back where the problems may occur or be last at. So Cody Reeder, quick top off on fuel. He's going to get up there and slowly clutch it there.
So he's got to catch up before that green flag comes out. Are our pace car lights out? All righty.
Yeah,
like
Cody Reeder clutching it here, so he is on fuel save right now. Let's see Nick Pressey get to a restart here. The Zero Chevrolet gets us back under green to start lap number 22. Hungary driver sitting behind him of Dustin Cleveland's Ford, the only one here in the top 5 currently. Christopher Heitz and Martin Plute going to be looking to change that.
Yeah, he did not get a stellar jump on that start, and Dustin Cleveland just is taking advantage of that, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yeah, multiple times we've seen many leagues that guys try to start in first gear. They do get a jump, but 9 times out of 10 they cannot get the traction. End up spinning loose and crashing everybody. May have been a problem here in the back. Christopher Heitz has almost got a 1-second lead over top of Nick Ham. Might have caught Ham falling asleep there on the restart, as that is going to break our field almost in 2 pieces. Jacob Gladwin sits in 10th, so a lot of shuffling around here. We'll check back in on Conover, who I think is right now under fire here by Brady Moats to the bottom and the number 15 of Cody Height toward the top. Currently, the Michael Waltrip car wasn't able to sling around him, but he's got a lot of speed. Try and get that Monte Carlo up there.
Wow, a lot of horizontal movement here, but so far no contact, no errors.
Yep, look at the difference that high line makes here on fresh tires for these drivers. Right now you do see Dustin Kleba sliding around a little bit, but Nick Pressey, and coming right up the center here is going to be Cody Height.
Wow.
Cody Height leads that lap, but it is not over. Josh Conover taking a look to the inside here. Right now is Conover getting ready to think about taking the nose off there. Does not get the full clear, has to stop. Take a look at how close these drivers are getting as they are nose to tail. Cody Height doing his best not to blink out here. That's why we're losing a little bit of connection with his camera out there.
Okay.
Conover has to try not to fade up. You see him have to brake check. That's going to cause Kleba to shuffle down toward the bottom to find a little more room. To the line, Cody Height. So Cody Height will lead a lap here tonight. Not bad out of 15 Chevrolet. We saw him on the outside there of Josh Conover, and now he is staying to the outside. Martin Plute doing almost the exact same line high side, as he's currently now back up to 6th. Plute reeling him in, though. Watch how he comes up with a little bit of extra speed, following Kleba. Might give Kleba a shove here, backs the turn up.
Yeah, this is looking good. We have a second pack. We've actually split off now from these top 10 or so cars. And it looks like Vincent Arthur is in that pack, working his way right back up to the front.
Yeah, Vincent Arthur's going to have to make here. Either he's taking the lead or he's going to be pushing. Right now, I think he's trying to work that out with number 20, what he's going to be doing. Obviously, that start from pit lane did not help him out. And talk about not just a start from pit lane, but already a penalty for them to come down into pit lane, which was absolutely terrible. But it looks like Vincent Arthur has bounced back from that. Ryan Housen, unfortunately, has not.
Not yet.
All right, Pressey losing a little bit of ground here as he drops to second. Cody Height still leading this race, though. Got that fresh air out front. He's enjoying it right now. We are hoping for the best for him, as currently the fans in the stands are pretty happy see the number 15 come alive. Right now, Cody Height has been having some dismal finishes here lately and has finally been able to come up with a little something here tonight. Currently, right now, if I am not mistaken, Cody Height is 15th in the points. After Bristol, he was able to gain at least 2 positions and has been working his best to fight back into this one. Whoa! Little trouble there as Nick Pressey fades to the outside. Contact with the wall. Height goes in.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's going to have a little bit of a strike tonight. But the one I'm watching right now is Dustin Kleba, because he has control of his car, whether it's on the bottom, like you were saying, or on the top. And he's in 4th place, looking pretty fresh.
Yeah, Kleba not happy about his finish that he had last. He was out, and the guys stayed around for the interviews, which I highly recommend that you do. You get to find a little more about your drivers than you would expect. Currently, the number 9 is sitting to at least 3 spots. Driver of Josh Conover, but is sitting on the track directly behind him. So Martin Clute fades up and try to block the view of those two. That way they don't try to give each other a high five out there the unsportsmanlike way. Currently, take a look at Kleba. Look at that run. Goes up there and takes a little air off the back of the number 0. That's going to allow him to get some speed into the turn. Kleba lets him fade up. Whoa, Brady Moats.
And it's his turn to make a contact with the wall.
Well, Brady Moats almost broke loose coming out of that turn. And snaps it up toward the side, able to save it and keep it off the wall. And he slings from the 4th down to 7th. Maybe looking at worse as Nick Ham is working his way on the outside. Not poking too bad at all, but not bad for a dead last start here. Nick Ham is now up to 7th.
No, not bad at all.
Oh boy, Martin Plute. Yeah, something's going on out here, but I recommend it. Watch where that wind is going, and it's going to start pushing these drivers, and they are having a heck of a time. 120 laps left to go here in this bout of the Pop Secret 500. You're joining us here with SimTraX Broadcasting, bringing you the National Road Racing Association here on this Monday night. Only about 2 handfuls of races left here in this season as playoffs are going to wind up and start crunching down. It's going to be pretty close. Stella, Brady Moats off the wall here, and he is wheeling back now to 14th.
Oh. Wow. Yeah, talking about points and cutoffs, and we are looking at going into the playoffs after next race, which is Richmond. They are going to be the top 10 moving into the chase. So root on your favorite drivers. They don't have much longer to before they get selected.
Yep, here's a checkout here of Brady Moats. We'll give it just a little bit here to see what kind of ties him up. He heads down toward the bottom. Looks like he's taking a look here at Conover, and I'm wondering if he just fades up and has got nothing left. Tires overheat, send him to the outside wall again here. Oh, loose, gets caught by Nick Ham.
Ooh. So he had a little assistance. Because his tires should be running. Yeah.
Let's see if we can get another look at this. Yeah, it looked like Brady Moats tried to cut over in front of him, and Ham was not having any of it. All right, let's get back to it here, as Brady Moats is now 16th. Right now, rolling behind Nick Geilis. Yep, behind Nick Geilis and Kevin Balmer. Balmer serving a penalty here tonight, as his qualifying position had to be forfeit. He originally started in 13th, thanks to owner's points. So that worked out really well for Balmer. Balmer hasn't been able to crawl up to the front just yet, sitting currently 15th. That's him in the Sirius machine there.
Yeah, he and Nick Ham, as well as Bradley James, Kurt Quist, Chase Durheim, they're still working off some of those do not qualify races from earlier in the season.
All right, looks like chained out there, saying doesn't know how anyone thinks it's a good idea to block in this car. Yeah, I would probably agree with that. As pointy as these noses are getting, as fast as these cars are out here at this track, it's very hard to go ahead and allow somebody in front of you, especially if you have a run as well. So I really can't point fingers at Nick Ham here. Brady Moats may have just run out of a little bit of real estate there, and then trouble started brewing out there. Stella, right now, Nick Pressey has either been fighting people or has been under fire here this entire race. Not bad for a guy starting in 4th. He is up here maintaining a position.
You bet.
Yeah. Now, Pressey has had a lot of bad luck lately. This guy has just not been able to hold on to a solid finish. And he's going to be looking
or a solid piece of equipment.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't mean out here on the track either. I mean at the house. He's got steering wheels breaking and everything else.
Pedals.
Yep, here we go.
Pedals.
Battle for the lead here. Justin Kleba to the inside, taking a look for it. Conover watching this all happen from right behind as Kleba looks like he gets the pass. Kleba makes the cutoff, and that's the only weird part about this track is that slider. Drop down to the bottom of the track, slide job, get out in front of him and move on. Conover currently leading Pressey, Flute, Heights, and Vincent Arthur. That's a name you thought you'd never see returned back, but down in the Jeff Gordon machine, he's definitely rallying that DuPont Chevrolet back to the front here. Vincent Arthur now 6th. Contact with the wall from Pressey again.
Yeah, I like seeing those sparks.
Looks like a few of his body techs down in pit road telling him to read between the lines right now.
Oh.
Might want to keep it off the wall, or otherwise his body team is not going to be real happy about him rejoining down in pit road. Ricochets off the wall. Last lap, he's going to be looking to try to change up his line just a little bit here as he goes ahead and re-secures 3rd. But as I say that, Martin Plute makes a bid for that spot. There goes Martin Plute.
Yeah, this is a really good time for Justin Kleba to be making such good strides. I mean, last week he had 2nd place finish. He's sitting in the standings in pretty good stead, but it doesn't hurt, you know. He's currently in 6th. He came up 1 point this last week, but he's only 83 points behind Brady Moats, who right now is laying way back in 17th. So he could gain a few places on with that lack of points there.
Yep. Pressey, Brian Jones, and Cody Height go 3 abreast into turn number 1. Pretty rough racing out there as you see Flute trying to stick his nose back in it again. Moving up front with next caution will come out. And I think Brady Moats has done it in.
Oh, no.
Looks like Josh Conover out there saying
I know.
Block no good.
Mind you, he was typing that when he was still racing.
Well, we're going to hope somebody else has his sign in there.
Okay.
As Ryan Housden, if I am not mistaken, Ryan Housden should be able to start on the inside line this next time around.
Ah.
So back when we get to the restart, I think it'd be suicide for him not to take tires here.
Yes.
But if he can get back out there, he'll start on the inside line. He'll be running up front.
And if he can do another 24 and go around without getting touched, he could totally have his lap back.
Yep, good bit of damage here to the front nose. He's got it a little bit squished in around about that shroud area. You see the hood popped up a little bit here. That thing should be just about seamless here, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm not just making things up there. It does sound pretty bad though. But let's take a look
of a buckle
at what happens here to Brady Moats. Look out. This is where we catch him. So, Stella, you might be questioning how that was a caution. He was
I
actually
no longer.
look above the white line. This is what throws the caution. Is he's got inbound cars right here, back on the racing surface.
Hey.
So when he spun and started heading back onto the track,
I figured that did it right there. Going backwards on the track, wouldn't that hit it too? Because when he spun around and he went forward, it was actually going backwards?
well, yeah, his vehicle going backwards.
Yes.
Yep. All right, so Matthew George sitting down in pit. Looks like he is going to take this opportunity to fix that race car. I don't blame him. Good camera view for once.
I'm sorry, Josh Conover saying, it's okay, he was only doing one letter at a time. Fair enough. Somebody's obviously listening to the broadcast. That's a good thing.
Yeah, Thomas Harkins is even asking, out there facing the wrong way and or stopping for any period of time possibly.
There we
Yes,
go.
but if off track, it was not. We had 4 drivers spinning out earlier with Wayne Eastwood, Cody Reeder, Brian Jones, and even Matthew George, who ended up with the damage. No caution came out until much longer.
Yeah.
See Conover joining us in their broadcast. Unbelievable. So Vincent Arthur, the Rainbow Warriors, come in clutch. And he is now going to be having a second place start.
Wow. Yeah, not sure it was the Rainbow Warriors. He's pretty average as far as his pit stop time, but yeah, that's awesome.
Yep. Yeah, not a bad run there. As we try to squeeze that in, we'll try to see if we can get a little bit of a peek in here with race control. Greg, you got a copy on me here, buddy? Oh, maybe.
I got you.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. All right, man. I know I was here to scare you a little bit. And I want to kind of poke around a little bit since the pace car lights seem to be out. Earlier here in the race, we had 2 drivers have to come down into pit road. Looked like Mr. Vincent Arthur down there and Ryan Housden. What happened out there?
So it looks like they jumped the start. They were both going a little over speed from what I heard from the drivers.
All righty, so they ended up having to take an early pit. Ryan Housden may have an opportunity to make it back onto the lead lap and race this out. All right, race control. Appreciate you, buddy.
No problem. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Oh, that's why the whole front row.
Yep, front
Oh,
row
my
comes
heavens.
down, so they jumped the start and started picking up speed, and they were penalized.
Ouch.
Only still remains 1 driver has retired for the night. The number 10 of Jeff Dillon, damage too big to repair.
But
Now
I love the fact that Brady Moats is back out.
Brady Moats is back out. He is a lap down, though, but Ryan Housden is now on the lead lap.
All right.
This is fantastic here. Martin Plute, now he's up to 5th. Right now, Plute has been hanging around that 3rd to 6th area. He's been shuffling forward and back. Pretty dicey here. Stella, we race out here on this track. These guys, these drivers putt around out here. You notice how we're a little more conservative this time around. Times are falling off already. Last time of 41 seconds. We've seen them topping at the top of about that 39 mark. So already
Yes.
we are about a second and a half slower, and we are
And they
on
just
fresh
came in.
tires.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, maybe with fresh tires with 75-degree track is not a sticky situation.
Yep. The drivers continue to shoot on around here. I'm kind of keeping an eye on some of our times out there. As I say that, Brian Jones gets a huge run from our leaders, knocking down the fastest time of the night of a 39.52. and is continuing to blow on around. Vincent Arthur returning back to the front row here. Stella, remind me at all, didn't these two get in it not but a couple races ago?
No comment.
All right, let's take a look. Watch out, Vincent Arthur. He definitely believes in the door draft here. Side by side he goes. Let's take a look. Now Dustin Kleba's got a door full of that number 24. He's going to rotate up to the fender here. Right now, Kleba knows that outside line will be the faster one if he can just hold on to it. Extreme amount of speed here. Taking a look at top speed. He touches 197 miles an hour before he dives into the next turn. So right now, Dustin Kleba definitely pedaling it here and seeing if he can get an inch more to see if he can fight off Vincent Arthur. And he does.
Yeah, but if they stay up there, it's going to be a battle for the rest of the night.
Yeah, take a look at that. Brian Jones from third to first.
Just popped, yes.
Hell, he definitely works. They definitely go ahead and push on through. I would say that a little teamwork out there helped as Brian Jones pushed Kleba past Vincent Arthur and then took them both over. So sliding down way to the bottom. Brian Jones is going to try hold on to it. The expel machine. That right rear tire has got to be screaming for mercy here.
Now, I know we have all this excitement up front, but I have to bring this up quick because Hunter Sr. is up 10 places from where he started tonight. It's a car that we don't often see in the front pack, so I wanted to make sure we took note of that before it wasn't.
And that would explain why the comment out there of the 40 car was divided by 2 this week. He is actually supposed to be in the Sterling Marlin number 40 car.
Yeah.
Originally driven out there by Mike Moultrie.
So in other words, you're saying we have 2 20s on the field?
Yes, the actual 20 is back here.
Oh, Jiminy Christmas.
Gladly. We know how Gladly is. I think as long as the car is orange, he's in it. Being our choose cone car for the last season. Do appreciate him taking time out of his day and his life to go over there and be the choose cone car, which was tagged a couple of times during the year.
Yes, it was.
Boy, did you see that shot to the wall there by Nick Ham?
Painful.
Now he's going to be seeing the dentist after that one. What a hard hit. Fortunately, it looks like that car is still going in the straight direction. Stella, can we neither confirm nor deny whether the our change guest out there may be a little closer to the race than we expect?
How would I do
One of
that?
our drivers.
What to do?
He sees
He didn't
all.
answer Nick when he asked.
He sees all. All right.
I meant to say he is somebody who has a nice lineup of SDK.
Take a look at this, though. Right now, Vincent Arthur's fallen to 4th. He's going to be looking to make the move here. And you guys were talking about blocking. Guess who's blocking now? That is Kleba. Trying to block Vincent Arthur here. Boy, that's going to send it back crazy all over again. Jones is going to lead this one, though. Pressy sitting 3rd. Vincent Arthur trying to battle for it. Conover right now stuck in the tunnel. Currently, he gets between the 2 vehicles. There's no air in the center, and everything's slammed to the front of his grill, loosened him way up. Wow. Easier to follow in a line than try to make your own lane there. Vincent Arthur kind of laughing out the rearview mirror at his own teammate. Holy cow.
All right, Christopher Heights down in the pits. Do we have, yes, and almost a minute now. That's not your average fuel and go.
Yep, checking at the Rusty Wallace machine. I'm not showing anything out of ordinary here. We'll double check and see what's going on out there with Christopher Heights. Let's see what's going on, Miss Stella. I do not see location of Mr. Heights.
Uh-oh.
Keep an eye on that. A lot of tumbling up here. Martin Plute. Plute taking a look to the outside. He's got Wayne Eastwood, Nick Hamden inside. And now he's going to press a little harder to see if he can get a little further forward here, but he's running out of real estate. Back and forth they go. Take a little bit of a higher shot here. Up around our broadcast booth. Give it a nice little look here. Martin Plute looks around the outside of the 19 of Cody Reeder. Remember, Reeder came in a lap later. That was on the previous pit stop. Not this time. He came down in on lap number 40. And we have yet to have any green flag stops here tonight.
True. Yeah, Christopher should be sitting in the Penske Jasper Racing group, and he is not. Maybe he really had to take a pit stop.
Maybe. Horrible time, though. Vincent Arthur now to fourth. Well, still holding on to fourth. He's taking a look here at Nick Pressey. I thought he had Pressey there for a few laps, but it looks like Pressey battles back out there in that number 0 car, originally driven by Ward Burton. So the singular car, or the net 0 car, mind you, is moving on. And Dustin Kleba not looking to pass his teammate up there of Brian Jones, but has been able to get a half a second separation. Right now, as these two battle side by side, that only accentuates the problem of them being able to drive away. But looks like Vincent Arthur going to try to tuck in behind, but Pressey not interested in playing around here with Vincent Arthur. Those two have gotten into it earlier in the season. If those two had made contact with each other, and I think we're looking at almost 4 wide here.
Yikes.
Wow. Everybody spreading to take that lane, and notice they had plenty of room even though 4 wide.
See?
With nobody making contact out there. We were just a little bit nervous. Here we are in the Michelin Chopper View. Sidestep there from 15. Stella, that's a good thing to kind of keep an eye on here. Is sitting right over top. Watch the weight shift in these cars. They almost drive sideways through here. See how the 15?
Yes. It makes me crazy when they go sideways.
See if we can get a reset here and take a look. Gone over the same way. Caution. Ryan Housden.
Oh, yes. Off track. Now, what in the world did he do off track to make a flag come out tonight?
Ryan Housden out there in the number 41 Chevrolet. The target machine ends up spinning out here. Let's see if we can take a look at what happens to Ryan Housden. That George getting loose.
Yes. Oh, dear.
Hey. No damage.
Do it again.
All right. Not bad here.
So,
Matthew George able to save it. It's a little bit lower here. Contact there with Nick Ham. Has to brake check a good bit. 41 just doesn't see how much slower he's going. George, great job there.
Yes.
Ryan Housden able to go ahead and save it.
Okay.
So digging out the grass will be Ryan Housden's team, as I'm sure he will be coming down into pit road. All right. I think it'd be pretty crazy for them not to pit here. We're currently on lap number 57. Last time they pit was 17 laps ago.
Yeah, they got 10 sets of tires tonight, so I say go for it.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. 100%.
And
I wouldn't risk
come.
one of being a 17-lap difference when I go back out there. There's no way. It just doesn't make any sense.
True. But we did have somebody choosing not to.
Brady Moats trying to get one of his laps back.
Sure did. So he will go around while they're in the pits, and then he will come in?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's see if anybody's got any
They're
strategy.
going to be watching
Or we
Ryan
just...
Housden there, how many blocks he went through.
Oh, no. Not again.
No, you're thinking of Mr. Quist.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, anybody at this point in the season, not again. You've seen what to do, what not to do, and the repercussions that come from it.
1, 2.
He's good. He's good.
Yeah, I was just making sure where he had cut in. Because I saw he went through a minimum of 2.
Okay.
I think Brian Jones would probably be also in some trouble as well. On Brian Jones' exit of his pit box.
Oh, no.
Yeah, as long as they don't count the end between Ryan and Housden.
It should just be 1-2 right there.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't count that. He is able to squeak back out into the lead.
Just in front of Dustin Kleba.
Yep. Excellent job here.
So Brady Motes did manage to come down on 58 for regular 4 tires and fuel. Nick Ham is coming back out. But Jacob Gladelick is headed back down. Wondering if he had a speeding penalty or he's trying to do a Cody Reader extra dash of fuel.
Yeah, I would probably say this one would be extra. Any drive-through will always have to be served underneath a green flag.
Ah, okay. So, but if you speed coming in, you can serve it in the box. But if you speed going out, you have to do it under green.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, during yellow flag pit stops, obviously nobody really speeds in. Everybody speeds out.
Fair.
So, but we have seen it before. Even, let's see, Alex Forget-Berube at Dover. Sped in and out on the same lap.
Oh, gosh,
on the same pit stop.
Yes.
And had to come in and serve the drive-through and sped
Twice.
in on his drive-through.
Oh, I don't remember that part.
Yeah, he was leading by an insane amount, by almost half the track, and absolutely sunk himself.
And the next time he was leading, he hit the barrels on the way into pit road. So that's one of those things he needs no more practice running the track. Work on the pit stops.
Just pit stops. Alrighty, bringing us back to green will be Brian Jones in the 45. The 9 of Dustin Kleba starts second, and Vincent Arthur will come back to the 3rd position. Pressey does tuck in right behind him. Unfortunately, a little slower on that restart, but something tells me this is when Vincent Arthur's going to try to attack. Fresh tires down there on the paint. We'll see if Vincent Arthur can hang on. Vincent Arthur is able to get... Yeah, go ahead.
Go around this first lap. I'm kind of curious to see whether we have a new best time or whether Brian Jones will continue with that 39.52. Because he set that right after they got new tires last time.
Yep. Yeah, figure about a lap or two to get these things to settle in. Probably around that 42 mark is what we're going to run here. This will be the lap to determine. Notice the 24 dive into the bottom. The Michael Waltrip car of Cody Height now to 5th. Taking a peek at 4th. Vincent Arthur out of shape, diving a little too low and too early. Nick Pressey, keep it straight. Notice how Conover able to make up the gap here as we are currently watching our top 6 drivers here. All of them within half a second as they keep this run going. Teetering on the outside is Cody Reader. Skabanicki, Wayne Eastwood coming down pit lane. Whoa!
Oh, yeah, that's one way to enter. Not the best way, but...
Yeah, looks like he might have broken loose out there. That's not going to bring out a caution. So you want to talk about a guy in bad shape, and that's going to be Eastwood now.
And that's painful, because he was sitting
and the
in
15
the top.
of Cody Height.
10.
He is sideways in front of the entire field.
And...
No caution.
Okay. Well, that could have saved Wayne Eastwood's night,
Yeah, we'll
but
see. Here's Eastwood
no dice.
now.
Yep. Goodbye.
Yep, around he goes. Fortunate there. Eastwood spins around, and it looks like Height in the 15. Not going to get the much-needed caution. Contact with the 24.
Wow, and you know Josh Conover's going...
Oh, as that one came across the front of his hood?
Yes! Because there was absolutely no place to go.
Yeah, it does look like the 15. We're going to kind of give a little bit of slack here to the 24.
Yeah.
It looks like the 15 is already sliding right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Breaks loose and tries to get back in line, but
Oh,
Vincent
clink.
Arthur's already stuck the nose in there.
Yes, and he clinked.
Yeah, and you know from Conover's area, that you know from the inside, that has got to be crazy.
Yeah, that's all I was thinking was seeing it come across. He says, "Okay, I'm getting out of Dodge," and oh, so
Yeah.
that worked out well. LJ, hey there. He's doing a good job. He's up here in 4th. He's been up the front, but top 5 right now.
Yep. Currently has been kicked out, though. Vincent Arthur takes over the lead. Vincent Arthur did have to serve a drive-through back there on lap number 1 and 2. And unfortunately, he is going to have to. He has scrambled back, come back to the front row, and has taken over the lead. So Vincent Arthur, qualified second, got a black flag, has battled back from a lap down, has the lead.
And one of the other victims of that bad start of the race, Ryan Housden, number 41, he's sitting in 12th right now. I mean, on the lead lap. That's pretty darn good.
Yeah, I was just wondering why the extended amount of time out there for Ryan Housden when he was in the pits. Why was he in there for over a minute?
Last time?
If they had both gotten the same penalty.
Oh, I don't know. I saw that.
Yep, all right, so we'll keep an eye on that. All right, we'll get back to you guys. Dustin Kleba is now up to 5th. Teammate of Brian Jones behind him. I'd say a lot of teammates working very well with each other. As currently Cody Reeder is up to 3rd. Conover breaks up that team. The DEI Motorsports gang. Stella, did I just see Nick Pressey just scrub the wall again?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I know. I'm also watching John Scavenicki back here. He's having some trouble out there out of the Cheerios machine. Seeing if he can keep it settled down just a little bit out there.
Yeah, at least he's up here. That's good. And Jay's out there blaspheming.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Well,
Never
you see
talk bad about
Vincent Arthur
Gordon.
is trying to break the draft here with Nick Pressey. Right now, Vincent Arthur wants to... Actually, if Josh Conover wants to catch up to the front, he's got to work with Pressey here.
What?
There we go. Yep, as they start reeling each other in. Stella, we are almost at the halfway point here of this race. And
yes. Why does it look like Nick Pressey is like crab walking? Or dog tracking or whatever animal you choose to say about going sideways.
Now, he's chasing Vincent Arthur here, and he's doing whatever he can because Vincent Arthur has been trying to shake this draft and see if he can break away. Pretty impressive how a guy can go out there, race by himself without going a lap down, and is now getting out to the lead as well, and is breaking away. So this guy's running the line. He knows something about this track. He has pretty much figured it out here.
Well, as it turns out, Brian Jones still is laid down the fastest lap of the evening. So, because you're a couple laps down, it's gone by and nobody's touching it.
Yep. Brian Jones did end up getting a huge run for him. Check back in on Nick Pressey. Pressey now dropping down to the bottom. Pressey had fallen back. Now trying to overtake a few and try to get a couple here around the Pressey seems to have Jones in the side. And Jones squeaks by the 43, going back at it. Yeah, when I used to race, the line that Dustin Lee was running was more where I found more success. Hold that top line and he'll come around. Same thing at Richmond. Well, no, and here I am already thinking about next week's race.
What the?
As they continue to do battle out here. And finally, it looks like everything is settled down just a hair. Shows
So
Cody.
we still haven't
Says
that
Cody.
front bunch and back bunch, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Said Cody Height had a problem, though. On the green flag back on 63, and we saw that. Ryan Housden going off track. Wayne Eastwood sliding into the pits.
Yeah, he hasn't quite recovered from that one yet.
No.
He is currently 2 laps down.
Height currently running almost 41 seconds out there on the track. That is half a second slower than Vincent Arthur in the same situation.
By himself, you mean?
Yep.
Got it.
Now let's check out John Skabanicki. He started 16th here in this race. Now is up to 6th. Taking a look at Brian Jones. I don't think he's going to have anything for him, though. Yeah, look at that. Look at these guys rolling on through. That was Pressey. That was Hunter Sr. That was...
Yeah, sparks were flying too, though.
Yeah, this guy's sliding on through.
Hey, you got all kinds of people. Ew. Alrighty.
We'll see if Miss
She's
Haley
got
is
the
still
little
out
wrench.
there.
She's got the little wrench next to her. I don't think you should say ew.
I think that
I don't know.
I'd leave you all up to the chat.
Oh. Oh, okay. As long as I'm still in the chat, as long as you don't leave me alone on the air.
Alrighty. Halfway point here of this race. Vincent Arthur still leading this one, and it doesn't look like anybody else is going to be able to run him down.
Half a second ahead.
Pretty impressive here. Vincent Arthur has been able to recover. Vincent Arthur did drop a position last race. Still 350 points off the lead, where oddly enough our leader in the points is not here tonight.
No Dalton Tucker.
Dalton Tucker. Dalton Tucker has a very, very comfortable lead.
Pretty healthy.
325 points before Cody Reeder could actually run him down.
Yeah, the one that I would worry about right now would be Kristen Berry, who is not here tonight, and Pressey, who is. So we shall see how that works out.
Yeah, kind of been what are they in the process
they're
of possibly
sitting-
being eliminated?
Yes. Oh. Josh gave me the Stella, so I'm not gonna say any more. Stay tuned.
Got Hunter Senior and Ryan Housen out there holding up for Chip Nasi Racing.
Oh yeah.
Dalton
Yeah,
Tucker
this is
not
a
here.
banner night for Hunter. Ryan Houston is having to do some serious battling. I mean, right from the get-go, but he's doing great.
I'm also trying to take a look at these guys coming around the turn. Heading into turn number 3, I saw 3 vehicles. Dustin Kaliba, Josh Conover, and Cody Reeder all bottom out as they entered turn number 3.
Ouch.
So we're gonna try to see if this is gonna be a problem. See the spark?
I was looking at, I guess this is Jacob in the 20 car blowing smoke. That surprised me.
We're probably talking about Hunter Senior here.
No, he's in the real Home Depot. Oh, maybe so. Yo, you know better.
I was gonna say, how'd you see that?
Yeah. Because I'm so used to Jacob Gladelick being in a 20 orange Home Depot car. And that's him, not. I think we have another retiree for the evening.
Mr. Heights?
No, Martin Plute.
What? Martin Plute.
Yeah. Do you see him anywhere?
No, I don't know if he just made a full disconnect there.
Yep. Lap 77. Wayne Eastwood just went past him.
We'll check here. It looks like every couple of seconds something happens to Martin Plute. Yeah. That was kind of weird.
Yeah. Do you remember that racer we used to see that during practice he would hit the blue cone every single time?
There. Flipped out.
He just flipped out. And we finally had to ask him, why do you keep hitting the cone every time around? He says because he lost a race one time because he hit it and it stuck under his car. So now, every time after that, he has to hit it on every practice lap, just for good measure.
Okay. Yeah, we've seen a couple races there in the next gen cars smacking that blue cone. Ooh. This could be our first green flag pit stop here?
I believe
Vincent
so.
Arthur coming down first.
I am intrigued. I mean, he came down on, what, 58 last time?
Yep. So did everybody else.
Pretty much. Huh.
Evernham Motorsports sits 1, 2, 3 currently. All 3 of their Fords doing an excellent job here. Brian Jones looks like he gives Reeder a little encouragement nudge there. To head into turn number 3. These guys will continue going, I'm sure of it. Conover now 4th. Stella, we've seen Vincent Arthur before come down and pit about 4 laps sooner than everyone else and then go out there and lead the field by almost 10 to 18 seconds. So I'm wondering if he's just noticing that the fall off is too much. He's had enough. Time to put a new set of tires on and get back out there.
Yeah, that's... I guess if you know you can catch up and get back out there again, fine and dandy, but... and if you can run as fast as they do without draft, why not?
Yeah, unfortunately, I do believe this will put Vincent Arthur a lap down.
Yeah, he is currently 42-second gap, so that should be.
Yep. Yeah, that is him currently sitting behind the fifth place driver out there of Nick Pressey.
So to get his lap back, he would have to pass all these fellas and then go completely around again?
Yes.
Oof.
But also consider everybody else still has to pit.
Ah, that's true.
Yep, so with a 77% fuel limit here, everybody kind of teetering on the edge of when they do and don't need to pit here.
Do we have a fuel window?
What's that?
Do we have a fuel window
Negative.
tonight? Okay. Now, when we're talking about pit stops, I'm kind of glad we haven't seen any haywire stuff. This is all asphalt out here, and the only thing that is concrete are their pit stalls. And in the past, we have seen where they're so used to how it breaks and how it, you can stop on the asphalt, and then they hit that concrete and get all squirrely and turned around and whatnot. Nick Ham coming down pit stuff, and so is Hunter Sr. But tonight, all the deliveries into down pit road have been spectacular.
Yeah, looking back at this, Vincent Arthur has been able to get his lap back the hard way, so now he's got to tear around all the way one more time.
Yeah.
To see if he can get back at it. I would say lap 58 to lap 84 is when he pit. And everybody
Sounds
else
right.
is still going. I'm wondering if he's trying to one-stop this thing instead of two-stop it.
Well,
And
here
that's going
comes
to bring
some more.
Conover, Presley, Baumler, and Skavenik.
Along with Moats, Matthew George.
Mm-hmm. Matthew
Wow.
George, I think, just creeping in under speed. That was close. Ryan Housden as well. Housden new to the league here, but has raced a few times. He's actually been making a huge name for himself.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people are starting to really circle his name, that this guy is pretty dangerous. I just mean as a tough driver to beat.
Oh, yeah. Well, just at Watkins Glen, he came in third. So that's yeah, he's out there for real.
Wow.
Here comes Kleba, Cody Reeder.
Yep, that was Gladelick sliding in the pits here. Brian Jones remains out. A little bit slower. Trying to pick up his couple more. 195, 196 is what he's getting up to. Still getting around here on the track. Now, yep, there it is. I think it may have been a good idea for Brian Jones to wait just a little bit longer before he came down into pit road. This allows pit road to clear out. That way he's not coming down during a full run here. But Brian Jones, that is currently him coming down. Vincent Arthur currently has a 5-second lead over top of Dustin Kaleba.
Yeah, and at minimum, he is 4 laps older tires. Some of them as much as 6 laps, but that's not hateful. It's not like, 10, 12, 14, which we've seen. If he's been conserving, he's doing great, but if he's been trying to race around the track really bad, to get that lap back, do you think he might have burned him up?
Vincent Arthur?
Yeah.
It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I mean, he has been working consistent under 40-second laps. So Vincent
Nice.
Arthur really pouring it on here. Oof. Looks like he gets behind. Is that the 12 or the 23?
Nope.
No, it's going to be the 12 in that Guileless.
Okay.
Guileless getting a little bit loose out of turn number 4, right in front of our leader, Vincent Arthur, who now nudges that 6-second gap over top of Dustin Kleba and Cody Reeder. Brian Jones pit a lap later, now holds on to 6th. And always after pit stops, guys separate all over the track out here as they blow all these little groups to bits here. Kleba
Yeah,
does
some
have
pretty
some
good
help there
coverage.
with Cody Reeder. Kevin Balmer and Hunter Sr. has got a chance out there. Try to work together and see if they can get something going. Maybe they can catch up to John Scavanicki and create a pile of 3 out there and work together. Looks like Senior not interested in working with Kevin Balmer there. Balmer now goes to the rear. And right now I would say Kleba and Cody Reeder have gone ahead and shaved 2/10 off here on the last 2 laps. We'll see what it looks like this time by. He got shaved off another 2/10, almost 3. As these two are still under 40 seconds, Vincent Arthur now creeping over 40. 40.1 for Vincent Arthur. Kleba now to second here. Let's take a look.
Oh. Nick to the back wing. Josh Conover. Yeah, it's interesting. You know, we've seen these 3 red cars all night together. But Cody Reeder and Dustin Kleba here, the 9 and 19, are on the same team. And the 8 of Josh Conover there, that 3rd red car, is not on the same team. So right now, though, everybody playing nicely. We'll see what happens if they end up in these same positions coming to the finish line.
Yeah, you keep shuffling around just a little bit out here. I do want to see if I can see. I'm going to find out.
Got your little battle box going?
Yep. So Vincent Arthur out in front by 5.6 seconds here. Looking out pretty good.
Like you say, they're shaving off time, but man, that's a thin shave.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Brian Jones is another 1.5 seconds behind even Josh Conover at the end of this little train.
We'll say you'll have an opportunity here. I'm waiting for Nick Pressey to come into play. I think Pressey will probably reel down Brian Jones here and maybe help Jones work to the front. I would assume that 45 is looking to do the best he can at fuel savings here. I believe he was one of the final drivers to come down on lap 91. So Martin Plute loses connection out on lap 77. He will be finishing 18th. Christopher Heights still down pit road. He will be finishing 19th as he only made it to lap 50. And Jeff Dillon finishing 6 laps out there and had to retire. He will be our 20th place driver out there. Coming up on the start-finish line here, 100 laps we have run here. Vincent Arthur now run into some lap traffic. This is going to help Kleba and Cody Reeder out a ton, as currently running behind the 12 and the 84. Stella, we talked about it a little bit out there. The Vincent Arthur has not been lapping anybody, though. I would say he has been following behind Nick Gillis for some time and not putting Gillis a lap down.
That he has.
And Nick Gillis, the only one down there in Haas CNC Racing. No help, has nobody with him.
No, oh. Yeah, he's in Penske Jasper.
Penske.
That's okay. The Haas CNC is Nick Pressey, who is also alone. Just.
They're all alone.
And Nick did have somebody in there. Is this somebody who is cut out for the night?
May have been Jeff Dillon.
Ah.
Ooh, boy. Gillis getting loose here. Vincent Arthur. Notice Vincent Arthur not passing, though. And then Kleba has now shaved off a second here. Down to 5.1. So, still a tall hill to climb here for Evernham Motorsports. See if they can bring him in. Check out Josh Conover. I think Conover's trying to take a peek here at Cody Reeder. A couple of our closest drivers out there on the track. And currently, this is second, third, and fourth. I know Hunter Senior's back here now. Looks like he's working with Gavin Ballmer. And only less than half a second behind that, it says Jacob Gladelick and Brady Moats. So there's a nice little four-piece here. Might start working together. And Stella, we would think, with so few drivers spreading apart here, caution is very unlikely, seeing that we had guys spinning even through the infield and no caution came out.
Yeah, but we've also had several guys who've had unassisted lack of
Spin out.
traction or whatever. I didn't want to say that. I was trying to. I know that's a common thing. Oh, ran out of talent. They can say that about themselves. I'm not going to do it.
Yep. All right, so the number 20 passing the number 20 out there. Just messing around.
You've been waiting for that all night.
Yes. Gladelick out there. Now up to 9th, getting past Hunter Sr., who's also in the number 20.
And Brady Moats.
There's only one of him.
Yes. And he's a 1.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I've got
Cool.
it.
Trusting the process here. Bam! Gives a little shot there to the back of Jacob Gladelick. You see actually the back end of the car lift. So Gladelick a little nervous heading into turn number 3, exiting 4. Gavin Ballmer leading the charge here as he sits in 8th. This track. Pretty spread apart here, Stella.
Yes, it is. I mean, even between, individual drivers, not just clumps of drivers a second apart. We're looking at almost 2 seconds between Brian Jones and Nick Pressey. Another 2 to Skavnicki. That's ugh. Another 2 to Kevin Baumler. So this is, this is definitely getting, it's time for caution. I'm going to say it.
Yeah, I think everybody gets so used to pack racing out there about different things that they can end up doing. I would just say because this is an open setup league, everybody else is pretty much locked in with the way that they drive. Let's say if Dustin Kleber or Josh Conover had come down into pits and made an adjustment and start reeling Vincent Arthur in, and I think that's been actually a conversation of the possibility of what may be upcoming the next season is actually having something where they can
Vincent Arthur coming down.
They can lock in. So Vincent Arthur.
Oh
yeah.
my. So 84 to 104. See, now this is earlier than he came in last time. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I was just very surprised he was coming in all by himself like that.
You and me both. All right, so that's going to go ahead and put Kleba into the lead here. He's probably questioning right now as to why Vincent Arthur has come down.
Yes. Okay. Well, yeah, like you say, it looks like he just did the 4 tires and fuel. But he's now put himself way in the back again. Yeah, last one on the lead lap. So this track is, to me, in my book, when we're looking at tracks that have been there since, turn of the century, are still running. No, that's not right. But this one opened in 96. NASCAR came on board about 1997. This track no longer exists. They have already eliminated it.
Yeah, I thought this track was shut down and to make way for a short track redoing.
It fell through. NASCAR has not been able to, formate that short track, and they have now put up warehouses, truck courts, trailer parking, and it's covering a substantial part of the acreage that was Auto Club. So, but yeah, NASCAR says sorry, everything fell through as far as the short track. Bummer.
Well, we'll remove a track out of California and put it somewhere else, I'm sure. We're running EV vehicles over there.
I was just going to say,
But,
man, yeah, no electric NASCAR yet.
It has been conversations of it doing it, and prototypes have been made.
Wow.
My question was how was the pit stop done? Tires is one thing, but how do you change the battery pack? The ones in people's vehicles nowadays are 800 pounds.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, just take the battery out.
No. Jeep Wranglers I used to work for a minimum of 480.
Oh my heavens.
So I want you to
They
tell
make
me how
a
many
Jeep
pit
Wrangler
crews
electric?
members. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Electric assist. Not full electric.
Oh, so like hybrid.
Yes.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah, don't exactly know how that's going to work. I think hearing the sounds of NASCAR is probably one of the more soothing things out there.
Okay. Yeah, that would be... Okay, I would akin that to going to Vegas and the fact that you don't hear coins dropping anymore when you walk into the casino.
Yep.
It's all beeps. There's not a clink in sight. I couldn't imagine going to a NASCAR race and it be... and that's it.
Stella, top 4. Conover in the lead. Kleba's been getting loose for the past couple of laps. So Conover's going to go ahead and take over and put the Dale Jr. car out in front. Ryan Jones sits in 3rd. And Cody Reeder is now in 4th. I believe that is Nick Presley we see out there sitting in 5th. John Scavanicki 6th. Jacob Gladelick in 7th. Brady Mosen 8th and Kevin Balmer in 9th. Moving on to 100 Seniors 10th. Matthew George 11th. Ryan Housden able to work back up to the 12th spot. Nick Ham is 13th. Vincent Arthur has fought himself back up to the 14th position after pitting on lap 106. Nick Giles remains out there on the track, sitting 15th. Cody Height, who came in on lap 107. Cody Height came down. But a lap later, from what Vincent Arthur was doing, I'm wondering if that was Definitely seems something planned out there for the DL Earnhardt Incorporated guys. All right, guys. We've been kind of putting around out here watching Brian Jones overtake the lead here from Josh Conover. Looks like Dustin Kleba will be able to help him here. Kleba had been loose here for the past couple of laps as Josh Conover had taken over. Conover tried to break the draft with the Evernham Motorsports crew. All three drivers could help each other and leave Conover actually hanging out to dry. Conover remains on the high line. As I say that, Jones and Kleba go ahead and overtake that spot. And Reeder is the last man standing out there on 4th place. Notice he is not interested in making a pass here. He's going to sit right behind Conover and Kleba, trying to figure out if he can wedge his way in, and does not have it. He does now.
Yeah, it is funny that Vincent Arthur, drives for Dale Earnhardt Incorporated.
Yes.
Being in the 24, because from 1992 to 2015, that 24 car was so Hendrick Motors.
Okay. That's what I thought. I wasn't sure.
So.
Who else during that time was on Hendrick Motors?
Let us see. Official site. See if I can find some of those. Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman.
Yeah, that would be currently.
Cup Series drivers. Okay. Oh gosh, you want it during the exact years?
Yes.
Oh, you butt.
Well,
okay.
that's currently, like Evernham Motorsports has the 9, the 45, and the 19.
Yeah.
So we should, they are trying to stick to it as close as absolutely possible out there.
You're killing me here.
So, all right, so here at, we call it Auto Club, it is actually California Speedway during this time. Elliott Sadler was the original winner here of this race. Elliott Sadler hadn't won many races that same year. He won back in Texas. I believe the date was April 4th on that, and he also won the second round of Gatorade 125. Other than
Jimmy
that,
Johnson, Jeff Gordon, Brian Vickers. How about them apples? They also had a couple prospect drivers of Blake Feast and Boston Reed. Obviously didn't do so well since I've never heard of them.
Well, what were our car numbers?
Oh, you are a witch.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You said Jimmy Johnson, so the 48?
Jeff Gordon and Brian Vickers.
Brian Vickers.
That's what it says.
So
number
he should
14,
be down there with Matthew George in the 25.
The number 14 Chevrolet or Stuart Haas. Dunno, is where he ended up. But in 2004, he was running for Hendrick.
Huh. Interesting.
Okay. that's it.
Because I think during this year, the only drivers which you see currently our Evernham Motorsports crew coming on down, Jones, Kleba, and Reeder. They're coming on down in the pit. Lap 120, Conover peeled off, and he came down. This is going to put Vincent Arthur most likely back into the lead.
Oh, wow, it sure does.
Well, let me tell you, a caution comes out, Vincent Arthur's plan was toast.
Yes. I'm just looking, how far ahead is he going to be? 10, 11 seconds?
He will actually be in front of Josh Conover. I think we're going to be somewhere around the 16-second mark.
Oh, my.
Quick pit stop for the Evernham Motorsports crew. Conover resumes back to the position he was, which was 4th. Reeder ends up in 5th. He's a bit off pace. Brian Jones and Dustin Kleba sit 2 and 3. Yep.
Yeah, it took him a while to get up to speed. Yeah, you're right on it. 14.3 for Dustin Kleba behind Vincent Arthur. Woof.
Yeah, pretty intense separation out there. Still, we do have 17 drivers mobile out there on the track. Wayne Eastwood dealing with the worst of it out there. He's down just under a handful of laps here. And Jay out there is reminding you that Blaney. What? Ryan Blaney? Jacob Lato. Down a lap here. Nick Giles. Down a lap. He is currently watching the Evernham Motorsports drivers in front of him. Josh Conover to be included in that pile. And Vincent Arthur sitting at 13.6 and losing time. But I don't think he's going to be too worried about it. I believe this time by should bring us 26 laps to go. Yes, we do. All right. Very close. Kleba quickly sawing off that time. 2/10 at a time. He is chunking off per lap. Don't think he's got enough time to reel in 13 seconds, though. Yeah, he would have to shave off at least a minimum of half a second per lap to run him down. Everybody else on the track having a good run out there. Brian Jones fending off Josh Conover. I'll be trying to hint to him to just follow along. We got to catch back up. As Vincent Arthur seems to slow down the roll here. Dustin Kleba now to 12.6 seconds. Not bad. That was a 7/10 gain. Can Kleba keep that kind of roll? Because I'm sure Vincent Arthur is doing the saving now. He's hit on lap 106. So the advantage of at least 15 laps goes to Dustin Kleba. 40.47 seconds for Vincent Arthur last time.
Yeah, no, Jay's a little off. Blaney only ran for Wood Brothers and Team Penske. I just went through the entire roster of Hendrick Motorsports all the way back to 1984. Nope. And then I looked up Brian Blaney for you, and it comes up that it's the only teams he ran for. I don't like to contradict you, Jay, because you are like the master, but...
Guess who came down in the pit?
Oh, no. So
And
now he's going to... Oh! Well, you know this is going to be definitely his last stop. But he was looking at a 106 versus these guys who came down at 120. So that wasn't like 4 laps off in tire wear like he was last time. That was huge. That was one I wouldn't want to.
So now he'll have only a 6-lap advantage on the tires. But 12.08 seconds, he shortens himself on fuel. That way he can make it.
Okay.
Caution. Unbelievable.
Jacob Gladelick. Off track. Somebody out there's cussing. I can hear it from here. Oh, okay.
Well, the night has been saved out there for Vincent Arthur. Stella, I would say some guys might want to try to trip it up a little bit here. They could be sitting ducks. Dustin Kleba, Brian Jones, and Cody Reeder could be sitting out during this, and everybody else come down and pit. But I don't think it'd be much of an advantage here. Lap 130 is what they're coming around to as Dustin Kleba's working his way up to the line.
I don't think I'd give up my lead for 10-lap tires.
No.
But
No. But
and there's only 20 to go.
now, speaking of 20, let's see what happens to the original number 20 out here.
Okay, the OG.
Did that collect Brady Moats as well? Yes. Yuck.
Don't know. He is still sitting in 6th, so it couldn't have been too horrible, terrible for him.
Yeah, we'll see. Everybody coming down into pits as they
Do
rush
mean everybody,
down.
even Vincent Arthur tonight. He's going to get the rest of that fuel, isn't he? I can't imagine why else he would come down, would you?
Let's see if he takes left side tires here.
Oh, you think he only took one side?
Right
before?
side's in enough fuel. And back out he's going to go. And he's got the lead.
So he's got the left. I'll be big darn. Ah! Well, Josh Conover is a little bit sad.
Yeah, a little bit annoyed out there. I would say I have a sibling or a brother out there who has this exact kind of luck.
Oh, no.
Which seems nothing can go wrong. And Vincent Arthur, after having to make a pit stop like he had run out of fuel and wasn't going to make it, takes right side tires and enough fuel, comes back down into pit road after a well-timed caution, left side tires, and will now be overtaking the lead.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Stella, pretty wild here. I would say I would question the Evernham Motorsports crew did come down and pit, as well as Josh Conover. These guys had, really premium position out there, have unfortunately given it up.
Yes. With only 20 laps to go. 19 as we speak.
So Nick Ham comes down into pit road and gets about 1:20 worth of work done to the number 23 car. Nick Ham trying to salvage his race. He had been up front for quite some time. And that Welland Tour car right now in the 23 Chevrolet. He's currently sitting in 14th. And right now, Josh Conover is saying we're going to see 4 and 5 wide. I guarantee it. What I'm hoping for is not 4 and 5 cautions. we make
between
it to
now
the
and
end
the
here.
end.
I knew there was a tumble up there. They were wondering if green, white, checkered were unlimited here. Actually, during this time, it was only one.
Yep. Right. This shall be interesting. Even after all that stuff flying off of Jacob Gladelik's car, it only took 48 seconds, and he is... I'm sorry. I thought something was going down there. That's just warming up tires. He's back on the track. Sitting in 16th.
Yep. Well, he wedges himself in. Accordion stack up here. Have no fear. We'll be right back under caution.
Oh, my Jiminy Christmas. Yes. Oh, they had to have done at least 4 cars. Oh, my goodness.
Okay. Huh.
Who fell asleep?
Watch this. This is going to be funny. It's going to be funny. Alrighty, so instead of going ahead and getting, watching him text out there, Josh, how do you start a race?
Wait for the green and then go.
Fantastic. All right, appreciate you, Josh, out there as we send him back to his team. Unfortunately, it does seem like our guys out there did not quite get the memo here. Watch the stack up here.
Man.
Stella, I don't know if you noticed. Did
How
you
did
see
he just like
Jacob Gladelik, it all folded around him? Watch. After he wedges in, it all goes around him. I don't think he gets a scratch. Okay, he got banged up. Okay. It just looked like he drove off with him, no problem. I am... I don't know. I'm a bit beside myself here on this one. Driver's going to be heading down into pit road to try to piece these cars back together here. I mean, what just...
Where did it start? At Hunter Sr.?
Oh, it started even farther forward than that. That's the problem. Now, I'm wondering if a penalty will be dealt here for the restart, because Nick Geilis shows to be the first one who actually ended up with critical damage.
Okay, target. Backed off there.
Yeah, Ryan Housden backed way up on the start. We'll try to see if we can get another angle of this here. I want to see if we can find, without any glare, exactly what happens, you know? Because you see, there's the bunch up already in front.
Oh, I was going to say, he's coming up on them fast.
Yeah, so somebody messed up here. Right here. When Moats kicked it. It looked like Moats kicked the gas. And then as soon as everybody... Yeah, because Moats is way off. Moats punches it. And then slows down. That way he's in line.
30 made it. 41 made it.
Yeah, Housden makes the stop. 43 sends it into the 20.
Yeah.
The 25
Everybody
picks
made
him
it.
up.
Jeez.
It just starts stacking up.
To get that close. Man, even Nick Ham got torn up there. Cody Height. Wayne Eastwood said, heck with this. I'm just stopping. I'm not going to get in it.
Now there's Wayne Eastwood. Looks like he's coming down pit road a little more controlled this time than earlier in the race.
Nice.
I think the 84, that is normally Christenberry, isn't it?
I think we had about 8 people coming down pit
Man,
to get some stuff fixed up.
Yep,
Yes.
Nick Geilis.
Yes.
And Wayne Eastwood. Yeah, you were talking about guys who came down. John Scavanicki. As that
Cody
sun
Height,
is setting
Matthew
here.
George. Yes.
It is starting
Nick
to get
Ham.
pretty tough out there.
Yeah, it took Hunter Sr. Over a minute to get his fixed up there in the pit, but the guys who Jacob Gladelick just kind of got toasty. He's going to have a serious run to try to catch up. He's what, a minute
actually,
and a
I think he's a lap down.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Oh,
I
so
think
he's
he'll
going to end up
actually
getting up
should be
front.
starting on the inside line. And
Wow.
I think he's just as confused right now.
Because now he's going back to the back.
Right. I think.
Okay.
Boy.
He would be the first one on the of lapped cars.
Yeah, the 84 should be following as well. There they go. 84,
Yep.
catch up. A little
Yes.
closer.
Alright.
Back
Does not,
tire here, 14 laps left to go.
does not appear Nick Geilis is going to come back out. He's been down for 3 minutes.
Yep. I marked him originally as the first critical damage there on that stack up on the restart. Tell me that's not Pressy. Yep. Half his winnings are going to the body match. So he tries to clearance the wall a little more.
More.
Thirteen to go. Vincent Arthur, Conover, Pressy, Cody Reeder, Brian Jones, Dustin Kleba through, and that is through 6. Moving on to Kevin Palmer. Brady Moats, who's obviously trusting the process, is now up to 8th. Ryan Hausman is 9th. Tom Skavodicki rounding out our top 10. Green flag racing here. Expect guys, once these tires start sticking, to start making moves. Already picking up the paces. Brian Jones, he knocked down his first, actually his fastest turn 1 and 2 here of the night, 1967. Stella, he actually might break his fastest time out there with a 39.52. He's had somebody get close, and that being his own teammate Cody Reeder with a 39.59. This time around, tied.
Beat him. Cody Reeder,
39.52 for Reeder and Jones.
Cody Reeder beat him at 39.519. About to round up. So he got him by just a bit outside.
Yep. Wow. The wall here for Pressy. Pressy enjoying getting back to the front. Right now, we've had him in here for the past couple of weeks, hearing his woes about his racing. He would love to come back and talk about something good. Right now, Conover, I think, is a little nervous as that car is getting real close to him. Conover backing it off here to make sure the number 24 car seems to have some room.
Yeah, he is definitely taking a high line compared to Vincent Arthur there.
Right now looking at Josh Conover, looking back. This is going to put Pressy under fire here. Pressy currently has Cody Reeder out the right rear of his car. Excuse me, the left rear of his car.
That was Josh Conover throwing sparks.
Yep. Conover there, over the top. And the 19 down to the bottom. This is currently off the net zero car. Ouch. The shot to the wall. Pressy, hard hit.
Oh, wow.
Yep, loses a ton of speed, drops down to the 6th position now. This opens the door wide open for Brian Jones. Jones now starting to come up with a lot of speed here. Next is Conover. Vincent Arthur locked into the wall. Conover to the inside. The teammates, but not teammates, are going to be side by side as Conover cuts over and cuts into the next spot.
Cody Reeder took a chunk out of the wall, not just a scrape on by.
Yeah, I was wondering if the 24 might have spooked him here. And currently, Vincent Arthur.
Oh! What happened? Did he hit the wall?
All right.
Killing me.
Conover has got it here. Brian Jones, Cody Reeder. Yeah, looks like Vincent Arthur I'd be trying to start from the back here to see if he can give it the last hoorah here at the end.
His finish wasn't spectacular enough?
No. Positioning. Yeah, talk about Ryan Housen coming back. He's an 8th.
Nice.
Yeah, that caution definitely brought a lot of opportunities for these guys.
Oh, watch that second
Caution.
group. Yep. That's what happened, was that second group.
15 car just about destroyed.
Matthew George, Cody Height.
Gavin Nick
man.
having an awesome night here. Less than
Gavin
10 laps
Nicky
left to go.
Not look awesome right now.
Checking out there, NASCAR has dealt Matthew George, John Scavanicki meatball flags out there. Excuse me, Cody Height. The black flag with an orange circle, which 90% of the time the damage is too much. They will not be returning to the race.
Not with 7 laps to go.
No, they will not be finishing this one. This will be a DNF. For both these drivers,
nasty.
Matthew George went ahead and brought his on down. It seems to still be in one piece, but the back end is not. All right, rough race here for Matthew George yet again. Let's take a look. Scavanicki doesn't take the 15. What? Ow.
Who ended up upside down? Or sideways over there on the right? My goodness.
How? I want to try to see how
What's height?
these two aren't even close here. Does the 15 veer off the wall? Yes.
Does not appear. Oh, clinks him in the back corner.
Yep.
But I don't think he's on the wall.
No, I want to see something here. See if we can. I think there was a way I can take a peek here. See the wall distance? Right there. 15 pulls a hair off the wall. Right there. See him turn to the left?
Yeah.
That's where he makes contact with Scavanicki.
Okay, but
Scavanicki's
not
turn.
because he hit the wall.
No.
Oh, that's the one I saw sideways. My goodness. And everybody donates a bumper. You get a bumper. You get a bumper. You... Okay.
So that's what happened to Matthew George there.
That's painful. 6 laps to go.
So, Stella, no penalties are given out for caused cautions. Is there?
Yes?
All right, cool. So we'll see who has to serve this one. Unfortunately, all 3 drivers involved have had to take it down in the pit and most likely will not be returning.
True.
So the 15 of Cody Height, John Scavanicki in the 43, Matthew George in the 25. Yep, has gone ahead and taken it back to the garage. He's done. So Matthew George will be looking at a 16th place finish, which is a real heartbreaker for a top 5 start.
Yes. Without a doubt. So 12 drivers remain on the lead lap currently.
Yep. Wayne Eastwood very close to getting one of them back.
Nice.
I believe he should be starting on the inside line this time by.
Yes, he should.
Now, something else to keep in mind here. 150 laps are scheduled here for tonight. Brian Jones and Dustin Kleba last pit on 130. The rest of the field decided to come in during our caution replay on lap 144.
Oh, wow.
So this is going to be pretty tough for everybody sitting behind these two. Vincent Arthur still remains in 8th. Will be 4 to go when we get to the line. Brian Jones, here we go.
Ooh, we've got a couple cutting out already.
Yeah, the 24
3 wide.
Here. Yep. Right now the Jeff Gordon machine of Vincent Arthur taking a look underneath the 19.
Yep, but Cody Reeder having nothing of it.
Yep, not bad. Not bad from the Jeremy Mayfield car. As he is looking to work his way up there. Ryan Housden returning back to the top 5 here. Cody Reeder, unlike the rest of his teammates, decide to come down and pit. We'll see if it pays off. Scrubbing to the wall.
It's Vincent Arthur.
Yep, once again. Knocking into the edge of the wall. Notice how Cody Reeder is getting real close to him here. See if there ends up being any problem. Kevin Baumler watching this all from the back. Gonna get a decent run out of 1 and 2. No problems yet. Everybody's still pretty close here. Nick Pressey getting real close to Dustin Kleba. Expect Kleba to become the size of a train car here to help Brian Jones get away from this one. Josh Conover knows he's got a fast car here tonight. Little wiggle there. That costs him.
Yes.
2 to go.
We're down to 0.10. 1/10 of a second with Dustin Kleba behind Brian Jones.
Quick bottom out from a couple of cars there. You see it bounce. That's going to put Vincent Arthur now up to 7th. Looking at Nick Ham, that's now 6th. Currently Ryan Housden pretty close here. Nick Ham fighting him off for the moment. As Vincent Arthur, his time is impeccable out there, 39:48.
Wow.
Yeah, these guys are making up a ton more time. Jones and Kleba running 39:49s. And contact.
Oh, we're off.
Both Vincent Arthur and Ham end up spinning out here. We'll review over it, but the white flag is out. Already 3 wide here as they continue this run. Housden dives underneath, sending it 3 wide. Press the end of the wall. I wonder if Housden expected that, to see him hit the wall to hopefully shutter this 3 wide, and that's going to undo it. Currently, those 2 fire in front of Housden. Housden is getting turned. Housden is dumped.
Oh, we were riding. Oh, and he just got.
Yep, Brian
If
Jones
they
will
avoided
cross
him-
the line. Dustin Kleba is 2nd. Conover's 3rd.
My goodness, what a last couple of laps.
Yep.
We lost half the field.
Pressey, excellent job here, finishing in 4th. Jacob
Yes.
Gladelick actually made it back up to 7th where he qualified.
Pressey and Gladelick being the only 2 that actually finished right where they started. All right, and Conover.
Okay, so let's check out this Nick Ham run.
Yes,
At
please.
these 2, what gets Vincent Arthur off track? I'm wondering if it was contact, if Nick Ham was there, if somebody ricocheted off the wall. Ham looks pretty close.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, Vincent Arthur was kind of getting, I guess, in his bubble, and he kept moving to one side, but then too late. They can't move up anymore.
Kind of wild, though, because and a lap later, I'm kind of hovering over top of Cody Reeder here. Because this is right where Housden gets sent here. Cody Reeder. Yeah, Housden
Plank.
comes down.
Yep. Yeah, we were riding inside. I'm like, why am I looking at the grass?
Yep, so contact with Housden. Housden obliterates, comes back down the field.
Oh, that's the one I saw.
Brady
I
Moats and
think
Hunter Sr. are
got
destroyed.
absolutely.
Senior was able to limp it to the end here with a blown engine. Housden, he didn't make it. 12th. Whoa. Wild race here. Wild race. So Brian Jones revisiting back in to victory lane. Still, if I am not mistaken, for Brian Jones, that'll actually be his 4th win here.
Nice.
Which is really, really working very well for him. This will also help him reel in Vincent Arthur, which I believe he was only off him by about 4 points. And he should sling on past him. Let's go ahead and get our unofficial results up. As you see the Goodyear blimp there out there in the background. LJ Hernandez, pretty excited to see Brian Jones come away with that win.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic job. These are all 20. 11 drivers made it on the lead lap. Ryan Housden. Unfortunately, rough night for him. Vincent Arthur at least came away with 8th.
Yeah, he was still rolling even after all that.
All right, so we'll keep that in mind. All right, Stella, let's go ahead and shut this down for just a second. Let's reel in our drivers, and we'll be right on back to talk to Conover, Kaleba, and Brian Jones.
Oh.
All right, everybody. Finally catching up with our 3rd place finisher out there, Josh Conover. A couple podiums here in a couple of weeks, man. Got to be feeling pretty good out there for the number 8.
Yeah, I'd like to say old Dustin and I have maybe, hopefully, possibly, probably jinxed it, but turned the luck around a little bit. I know, like I said, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was at this point, we were both kind of struggling and needed to turn our seasons around, and I think he was actually 2nd 2 weeks in a row now, so I think he's getting back on track, and my win and now 3rd. I think we're looking good at the right time in the season.
Yep.
Talk about squeezing down, especially when it's coming right close to the chase here. It's going to be pretty nerve-wracking, especially when we got drivers as hungry as they were here tonight. You know, how do you keep your head, how do you keep your head on straight and the nose pointed forward at these tracks?
With this car and the draft, I think we got the update tomorrow, I believe, or they're saying they're going to tweak on it a little bit. But with this car and the draft right now, it's tough. Like, we were 10, 15 laps, almost 20 laps into a run, and I looked at my mirror running 3rd or whatever it was, and there's still 15 cars behind me, 3 or 4 wide. Like, it was fun to drive, like that, but it also makes it tougher to, I guess, pick your spots, so to speak. Like, I know there was one point, I think Vincent was under me, and I think Peresi jumped to my outside, and before I knew it, on the exit of the corner, I was like, you could barely fit a paper between, either side of my car, between both of them. But
Yep.
yeah, I mean, next week Richmond and then New Hampshire to start the chase. Thankfully, shouldn't have too much draft. But like I said, I'm pretty sure tomorrow they have the update for this car, so it'll be an interesting race the next couple weeks here.
All righty. Well, we're definitely hoping to see that kind of turnaround out there, man, and definitely work especially in your favor. I'll be excited to see how the points unfold here. Currently, you started tonight's race in 8th. Jacob Gladlick had an okay night, sitting in 7th. Vincent Arthur fell down to 8th, but he started in 3rd. So we got a lot of guys shuffling out there. I would say the one who got the worst damage out there was Brady Moats, especially right there on that last lap. Talk to me a little bit about the process.
Man, you know as well as I do, that process ain't worth nothing. And that man just...
Here.
He keeps, trust the process, man. Well, you remember Pat from Daytona in the preseason. He was all about the process, and then the process worked at Martinsville. Vinny spun me for the first time, and Brady wins. But I feel like ever since that process is just...
Yeah, so it's not just this league.
Tell me how
but
you
it's
really
also,
feel.
it's also other leagues that process isn't quite working at 100%.
Well, you got to make your own luck with the process. And that man doesn't trust his own process if it jumped out of the computer screen and smacked him in the face.
Oh, no.
So, I don't know. What's the saying? Every blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while? That boy is the blind squirrel.
I thought he was the nut.
Yeah, I guess either one actually works for that knucklehead.
All right, Josh. Shout out time, brother.
I'm so glad they're friends.
I can't stand Brady. What do you mean? I just tolerate him.
Oh.
No, no. I love Brady. He's a good dude. Congrats, Brian, for the win. He was kind of another one. I think he actually won not that long ago, so I was gonna say he was due, but he wins too much. He's too good. Dustin, you're gonna win like 5 in a row here in a little bit, so you're lucky I let you have second tonight. I had to get him back for Bristol. Dustin.
I was going to ask you for a word. Would you like to pass anything on to Dustin this time?
A word.
I was going to say, is that like a safe word or something?
There's no PG words.
Yeah.
So, no words. Yeah. Pineapple. There you go. Everybody that ran, I know it's kind of end of summer, so as always, from last year too and stuff like that, we kind of drop off. I got to get back out there and recruit. But no, like I said, the draft makes these races interesting, and it was fun running 4 wide. Like, oh God, we're gonna wreck, and then everybody's actually had their head on pretty good for the most part, and was lifting and giving room when it was needed. So it was fun. I don't know yet if I'll be there next week or not. I actually have a Dirt 360 Nationals that we're running. Monday and Tuesday, so I'll see how that looks, because I might end up canceling that too, just so I can focus on this. But no, I think we're locked in, and just unofficially, while I have you guys here too, Pressy is 48 points out of the playoffs right now behind Matty George, so everybody else is locked in. Matt's 239 behind Cavan, and that's more than a full race. So next week your battle will be for that 10th and final chase spot between Matty George and Nick Pressy. So keep your eye on that. And yeah, Dustin, you suck. And
Wow.
All right, Josh. Good luck to you, man. Hopefully we'll see you next week. Richmond's going to be a tough race, and hopefully it is not riddled with cautions out there.
Yeah, quick. Word on the street is qualifying is wicked loose right now. So I don't know. It's a night race, so we'll see. But yeah, make sure Dustin knows how bad he is too, since you guys told me how bad I was last week.
Cool. We'll do it, buddy.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Josh.
There's no such thing.
All right. We're
Don't
move
lump
it.
me in,
See,
in there with
and
those.
I am going to stop it there, because we're going to cut him off like we did last time when we asked him how to do restarts. So we'll go ahead, and I am going to talk to our second place driver here of Dustin Kaliba while you get ready to run down our winner. Dustin, you come in second here tonight. Looks like Josh Conover goes from finishing in front to finishing behind you. He said in California he was a little confused that it should smell like sunshine out there. He said he thought he was driving to a landfill. What do you have him, what comment do you have for him calling you the garbage truck driver?
Dude, is he sniffing glue or what? I don't know what he's on, but I kind of want some. Sounds like a good time. No, Josh knows he's trash. It takes one to know one, as the kindergartners would say. What I have to say to him is, I'm rubber, you're glue. What you say to me, it bounces off to me and sticks to you. So he can suck a fat one. And
That's a cigar, people.
yes,
Um,
yes, that is, or a lollipop,
yeah.
or a Tootsie Pop. How many licks does it take to get to a Tootsie Pop? Josh would know.
3.
Yeah, exactly. No, that was a surprisingly entertaining and fun race. I kind of had a little bit of everything. I absolutely hate these cars, and I hate their draft package, and I hope the update tomorrow fixes them, because we should not be riding around in a pack at California. But hey, it put on a good show, and it was decently fun. So we'll take her, and I don't know what's going on now. I'm talking to you guys 2 weeks in a row, so I assume I'm probably just going to get imploded the next 11 weeks and probably won't talk to you again now that I had 2 good finishes, but we'll see.
Richmond's next. I mean, confidence level should be high. Conover says he might be missing. He might not be. I mean, we get Brian Jones, another push toward the Dalton Tucker area. I mean, you've got to be feeling pretty good. I mean, right now, your points chase, you're already locked in. I mean, this should be a good thing.
Oh, Pat, I never feel good. No, I don't do this to have fun or feel good. I do this because I enjoy the misery.
Ah, okay, like Taco Bell.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. The 2 hours after you finish Taco Bell, that's
That
prime.
is NORA.
That is
All right.
where I live, and that is where NORA is.
I'm going to tell
No,
Josh that one.
Individuals.
He knows. No, Richmond should be good. It should be, whether it will or not, who knows. I thought the crowd tonight was pretty good. I didn't get to see a lot of the wrecks and accidents because I was up front and not where they happened. Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. Usually they're around me, but somehow I got away from them. But no, I have not turned a single lap in this car at Richmond. So I think my strategy is to drive backwards first, and then I will sit in my seat in reverse and drive through a mirror, and we'll see if we can get some speed there. But I assume everybody's going to be dive bombing the corners, using 8 tires instead of 4, and blaming it on everybody else. And I'll probably have a clean race for about 95% of it, and then get taken out by somebody. So looking forward to it.
Alrighty. Well, Dustin, go ahead and give me a shout out here, buddy. We got to get you ready for that because Josh Conover's in tune. He says these are not going to be the same cars that you have next week. Update is coming, so we're all we'll be holding our breath. I'm nervous to see what qualifying brings. You may qualify really well, and then the car drive like garbage the next week. So that's going to be pretty questionable. We'll see how they go.
Yeah. Thank you for the insight there, Josh. With the update coming that is strictly to the draft package, I'm sure that'll really affect the car at Richmond. So that's Josh Conover, everybody. Drafting at a short track, that's really going to make a difference. Man, who put him in charge? We need a vote or something.
Brady Moats, trust in the process.
Oh.
He completely made me lose my train of thought. That was so dumb. But no, shout outs. That's what I was doing. Yeah, shout out to Brian. Great job by him tonight. Definitely wouldn't have won without me. So I'll be expecting my $50 in Kohl's Cash in the mail here any day.
Gift cards, always gift cards.
Oh yeah, gift cards also. I kind of got tired of gift cards because I got a call from a Nigerian prince that asked if I could send him $600 in gift cards, and I don't even know what he got. Like, did he get some knickknacks? Did he get like an air fryer? I don't know. So it is what it is. I'm going off on a tangent. Yeah, shout out to Cody too. Cody saved my butt probably the first quarter of the race when the 15 decided that he didn't have any traction in his tires anymore and took a spin down to the inside, all I heard was Cody say, "Watch out, watch out, watch out," and I managed to avoid that one. So used my one mulligan for the year. Can't wait for the next 16 wrecks to come after that. But shout outs. Who else? Oh, family. Thank you, family, for watching as they do every single week. They get to hear my voice this week, so that's always a plus. This is 2 weeks in a row that they're hearing my voice, though, so they're probably going to shoot me a text to tell me to stop because they're getting annoyed. Let's see. You guys, as always, for having a great broadcast. Did you guys have fun? Nobody asked you guys any questions. Did you have fun?
I don't know what
Absolutely.
to say.
Wow. Okay, you didn't. All right, let's see if we can do better next week.
From a guy who never is at a loss for words. He doesn't know what to say. That's saying something.
That was fantastic. I was just noticing the waste management sponsor there on the left fender.
No.
That's funny.
You made me look.
Sorry.
Dang you.
That is funny. Shout out to all our magnificent admins. All of them are incredible. Nick, Jacob, Brady. I mean, Brady is really good, so I have to mention him twice. Nick also does an incredible job. He does just awesome. And everybody else can go find their shin on low-lying furniture.
Excellent. Dustin Kaluma. We'll see you, Richmond, buddy.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a great night.
You too.
If racing doesn't pan out for him, he's missing his calling on a stage with stand-up.
Oh, no. Oh no. All right, let's go ahead and get a hold of Brian Jones, who, quote, would have never had a chance to win this race without the number 9 Ford behind him. Stella, take it away.
No, thank you. Nuh-uh.
Oh, God. Brian, the Expel...
Oh, man, I must have missed something.
Yeah, the Expel 45 Ford comes in clutch here tonight, especially with the help of the number 9. Supposedly, you would have been finishing, I believe, somewhere in the 11th position if it wasn't for the Ford that was currently finishing behind you tonight.
Yeah, I mean, truthfully, gotta hand it to my teammate. We had a good race strategy. We kind of stuck together the whole night. And even if it had gone green, we would have won the thing because we were all working together. So just hats off to them, Dustin and Cody, for helping me out tonight.
Alrighty. Well, Cody Reeder didn't really take a whole lot of pages out of your guys' books there. You guys pit on lap 130, and he decided to go rogue and pit on 144. It moved him up to 5th. It did work a little bit. But how nervous were you on this last pit stop call of guys taking tires and you and Dustin staying out?
I mean, truthfully, not that worried at all. I was a little surprised that everybody but me and Dustin took tires. But the thing is, I had just run my fastest lap of the race 2 laps before that caution came out. So my tires were good. I only had to go, 4 or 5 laps under green after that. So I just really wasn't that worried about the pace, especially if Dustin worked with me, which he did. I thought we could kind of stay in front of the field.
Interesting. I would question, is that kind of the would that be kind of the same ideal that we're hoping for to have over Richmond? I mean, is that the Evernham Motorsports process, or is that what are you guys planning on doing there? I mean, is it going to be stay out front and pit only when needed, or is it get tires more frequently because this may be caution ridden?
Well, it's hard to say. Well, we're gonna have to do a lot of testing to figure out what we're gonna do on that. But generally, the way the races have gone the past couple of weeks in NORA, cautions have come out. We don't have a lot of green flag pit stops because there's always a caution. And at Richmond, you do not want to get caught on pit road while there's a caution. You'll end up 2 laps down easily. So I would just venture to guess that we're going to pit less than more.
seeing that you were only 4 points behind Vincent Arthur here, as you definitely start slowly creeping up the chain here. Another win. This gives you now 4 on the year. I think this puts you past Vincent Arthur and possibly kind of rally cap around Dakota Reeder here. Or excuse me, Cody. Boy, that's twice I've done that tonight. As he sits currently in second. So, you know, you're kind of giving Dalton Tucker a run for the money here, and it's really squeezing down, seeing that Dalton Tucker didn't make it. Are points ever on your mind here when you're racing?
Not at all. Truthfully, maybe early in the season, points mattered just to try and win the regular season for whatever that's worth. But at this point, we're locked into the playoffs. We're just kind of focusing on getting into that mentality of points racing and just maximizing positions and absolutely not wrecking.
Awesome. All right, buddy. Go ahead and give me your shout-outs here, Brian. You did an awesome job here tonight.
Yeah, big shout out to my wife Alanis. I know she likes to watch the races. She's not feeling too well today, so.
Oh, but she was watching.
She was watching, but she's not feeling good, so hope she feels better. Big shout out to LJ Hernandez. I know he watches a lot of the races. Shout out to my teammates, and big shout out to Expel. Use code Alanis20 at checkout for 20% off all car care products.
Sweet. All right, buddy. Brian Jones, congratulations, and we will see how you do at Richmond. Especially with the new update inbound.
Looking forward to it.
Yep. All right, everybody. Brian Jones. Stella, something tells me that the 3 finishers here tonight are going to be kind of chuckling at what each have done here in the broadcast booth for the finish, as they are all still currently huddled down there on pit road. Anything left to add here as Auto Club? A track that's been destroyed. We wind it way back to the 2004 series. We had the 45 come in clutch here tonight, was able to fend off Dustin Kleba and Josh Conover for the win. Vincent Arthur was battling to get back toward the front, but a little ricochet off the wall there with Nick Ham. I can't really blame the 23. Looked like maybe a little door draft, but he was sitting on the same tires as well. And it was the last few laps, so these guys were giving it everything they had.
Well, all I can say is perhaps they were suffering from oxygen deprivation, since this track sits like 1,100, 1,200 feet above sea level. I'm going to blame it on that. and that'll take care of that restart and a couple of the other weird little moves. But I like it. We've got some lock-ins for the playoffs. We've got some toss-ups for the playoffs. And we'll know after next week at Richmond.
All right, Miss King out there. Appreciate you hanging in there all the way to the end of the broadcast. Great run that we saw out here tonight. But that's going to do it here for SimTraX Broadcasting. Be well, be safe, be kind. See all you guys next time.